Hello, this is Coach DK coming at you with Coffee Cup Games, and in this series, we're going to be doing some Strat-O-Matic. Yo, what's up? This is Coach DK coming at you with another replay from the year 1900. We're going to do two teams we haven't done yet, two legendary franchises, teams that have been around for pretty much as long as possible. The Cincinnati Red Stockings, eventually called just simply the Cincinnati Reds, and the St. Louis Cardinals, eventually called the St. Louis Cardinals. So obviously they have kept their name. The Cincinnati Red Stockings are 24 and 28. The St. Louis Cardinals are 21 and 31. Both of them are pretty darn close to where they were in the original real 1900 season. You can tell St. Louis Cardinals were in 5th place and they had a winning percentage of .464 on the bottom. That's the final results. And if you look at the top of the current standings with our replay, the Cardinals have a .462 winning percentage, so pretty darn close. They likewise are also in 5th place as they were in the year 1900. The Red Stockings originally had come in 7th place, and they are currently tied for 7th with the Pittsburgh Pirates, who have been the disappointment of this season so far. Honus Wagner's not able to get his team up and running. Pirates originally were in 2nd with 79 and 60 record, and obviously they're doing much worse, but the Red Stockings are winning less games but are in the same position. For the Red Stockings, here's how we're going to start. One of the things I did differently, if you look on the right-hand side, I actually highlighted in blue the Hall of Famers, so you can see that the Red Stockings had 2 Hall of Famers, Sam Crawford and Jake Beckley, but their lineup's going to be Harley, who plays left, is going to be leading off. Tommy Corcoran will be at shortstop. Jake Beckley will be in the 3rd spot, playing first base. Barrett is in center field. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Sam Crawford batting 5th in right. Peets is going to be behind the plate. Quinn will be playing 2nd, batting 7th, and Wood will be playing 3rd, batting 8th, while the pitcher will be Doc Newton, the left-hander. For St. Louis, we're going to have 4 Hall of Famers in the game. All 4 of their Hall of Famers will be playing. You have Joe McGraw at 3rd, you have Bob Wallace is short, and you have Jesse Burkett in left. So the lineup's going to be John McGraw, as already mentioned, playing 3rd, will be leading off. McGann will be at 1st. Jesse Burkett will be in left. Dowling will be cleanup in center field. Robinson will be behind the plate and batting 5th. Donovan will be in right field, batting 6th. Keister, get off your Keister, it's Easter, will be at 2nd base. And then Wallace, not to be confused with Ben Wallace, the basketball player, but Bob Wallace, the Hall of Fame shortstop, will be at short, batting 8th, and the pitcher will be the legendary great Cy Young. He will be on the mound and batting 9th. So before we go any further, please just like the video, hit the little like button there. Always appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see when new videos come out. I've been trying to pop them out pretty regularly. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions, things you like, things you don't. Obviously, I'm new to this, trying my best. But let's go ahead, let's get started and jump into the game. As you can tell, looking here at one of the replay, which is one of the new features I really like by StratOMatic, Doc Newton, the left-hander, is currently 2-4. He's a 2.48 ERA. He'll be going against Cy Young, who is 8-4 with a 2.79 ERA. Cy Young, in the last 10 days, has pitched 24 innings, so he is quite the workhorse, getting another start. Both teams have some serious injuries. Stimmel for Cincinnati is out 54 games, and Thomas for St. Louis is out 41 games. So let's go ahead, let's jump in and get into the action. Alright, right, here we go. Cy Young is going to take the mound. He's going to go against Harley, the leadoff man. And Harley, and he has a 15% chance to get a single, and he does. So jumping out on Cy Young immediately. Cy Young tries to pick off Harley, throws it away. A two-base error. Harley's already on third. And then a passed ball already. Wow, that's actually horrible. Harley gets a single, advances to third on a throwing error on the pickoff, and then a pass ball by Robinson allows him to score. So, very quick unearned run. Tommy Corcoran's up. He hits it to center for a fly out. Beckley is going to hit a long fly ball, and in the right center, and Donlin is going to make that catch. Jesse Barrett, the Hall of Famer, is up. He is going to rip a single. He's going to try to get a lead. He does, and it gets a good jump. He's going to barely beat the throw, stealing second. But Sam Crawford, the Hall of Famer, comes up, and Cy Young faces him and strikes him out, his first strikeout of the game. But one run was scored. The Red Stockings immediately jump to a 1-0 lead. All right, John McGraw, he is going to rip a single. We now have McGann up. Well, McGann is going to strike out against Doc Newton. That's Newton's first strikeout. Jesse Burkett's up, and he's going to ground out into a 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. And so Newton gets out of that pretty easily and unscathed. Now we're going to have, going to the top of the second, we have Pete's up. He is going to hit a ground ball. Second base, easy out. Quinn is up, and he's going to pop out to third. McGraw is going to take that one in. So now we go on down to the number 8 batter, Wood, and he is going to line out to short, ending the inning. Now we go to the bottom of the third. Donlin's going to be up. He's going to hit a long fly ball to Barrett. Barrett hauls it in, getting the out. Robinson's up. He has a 1-9 chance to get a hit. He pulls a 7. He is going to be on first base. Donovan's now up, and he is going to hit into another double play to end the inning. This time catching the runner off the base too far. So for the quick turn of the 2, and we now enter to the top of the third. Doc Newton's going to lead off the pitcher. He is going to fly out to Donovan in right field. Harley's up. He is scored the first time, but this time he's going to be struck out. That is going to be Cy Young's second strikeout of the game. Here comes Corcoran. He is going to line out. That's going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning. And now we go to the bottom of the third where Keister is up. Keister's going to lead off, and he's going to hit a deep fly ball to center field over Barrett's head. Barrett's going to get it into short, holding Keister at second. Bob Wallace is up, the Hall of Famer. Let's see what he can do. He is going to fly ball to left field. It is not going to be long enough to get Keister to advance. So now comes the pitcher, Cy Young. He's going to hit a ground ball to short. We are going to try to advance. Young is out. Keister does advance on the throw. John McGraw is up. He has a chance to knock in the run, and unfortunately, he does not get the good roll. He needed a 1-10. He gets a 16. So we are now in to the top of the fourth. Cincinnati still leads 1-0 on 2 hits, having committed 0 errors. The Cardinals have 0 runs on 3 hits, but they did commit 1 error, and including the pass ball, which scored the only run. So, from a game perspective, both pitchers seem to be doing a really nice job, really controlling the bats of the other teams. Jake Beckley, Hall of Famer, got out. Now Barrett gets out, who had one of the 2 singles, and now Sam Crawford's up. He's going to hit a long fly ball into the gap to center field. Donald's going to make a play for it. And he does make the grab. That is going to be a 1-2-3 inning. We are now in the bottom of the fourth. McGann is up, our number 2 hitter. He is going to hit a ground out, which now brings up Burkett. He's going to line out the first. And now Donald's up, and he is going to hit a single. 4th hit of the game for the Cardinals. We're going to go ahead and try to see if we can get a steal here, particularly since there's 2 outs. He does get there. The throw sails into the outfield, and Donald takes third, allowing Robinson to have a guy easily to be able to knock in if he can get a hit, but unfortunately, he hits a lazy ground ball to the pitcher, and that is going to be the end of the inning. Entering the 5th now, we have Pete, and he's going to pop out the first. And now up is Quinn. He's going to hit a ground ball to short. It is a wild throw. That will be an error. That will be the second one against the Cardinals. Quinn takes second on the bad throw. Wood is up. He's going to pop out. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Doc Newton, who is probably somebody that Young would like to face when he has a runner on scoring position. And he does get him to pop out in the top of the 5th. Donovan is now up, facing still Newton, who's done very well, but again, Cardinals get a hit, out hitting the opponent so far 5-2. Brings up, get off your Keister. And unfortunately, Keister, who doubled it last time, is going to pop out, bringing up Hall of Famer Bob Wallace. The ball gets past past Pete. Donovan takes second. Wallace is still up, and he's going to draw a walk. Interesting situation here. Runners on first and second. Cy Young is up. We are going to go ahead and let him bunt, knowing that this will probably make 2 outs. But at least get the runners in, and we don't have to worry about a chance of a double play. McGraw, the Hall of Famer, is up next, and so we're hoping that something might work out there. Unfortunately, he is going to fly out to center, ending the inning. We now enter the top of the 6th. Young is looking good. He is going to get a line out for Harley to line out straight at McGann, who's going to make the first out. Tommy Corcoran's up. Corcoran, who did get on base already with a 2-base error, is going to get a single. So they're only the 3rd hit for the team. Corcoran's going to try to run. He does take second, leaving Jake Beckley up. Beckley is going to have a chance for a home run. There's going to be a long fly ball, and that is going to be hauled in. Corcoran cannot advance, so he stays at second. This brings up Barrett, who is going to pop out. So Young, a couple times has had guys in scoring positions. One time a player scored on a pass ball there. 2 times he was able to get through the inning. So now we have the number 2 hitter, McGann. He is going to be up. And he is going to ground out the second base. Quinn makes a nice play, and that's going to be 1 down. Next up is Hall of Famer Jesse Burkett. He is over 2, but he is going to rip the single. Bringing up Donlin. Donlin looks like it might have something going on. Curveball on the way. Donlin reaches for it, pops it straight up, and Pites makes the play. So 2 down, and now we have Robinson coming up, and that is going to be a strikeout. Newton second, and that's going to end the 6th inning. And we continue into the game, but first we have our player in the spotlight. And now it's time for the player profile. Today we're going to be focusing on Bobby Wallace, the Hall of Fame shortstop, one of the greatest shortstops and players during his era. And so Wallace debuted in 1894, and when he did debut, he was in the same rotation as Cy Young with the Cleveland Spiders. He was an okay pitcher during his first, I would say, full season as a pitcher, which was 1895. He won 12 of his 26 games, and did okay on the mound, but was not that impressive. But one of the things that stood out is how incredibly athletic apparently the Scottish player was. And so they decided to try him on the field, which was more common during that day when somebody was a good hitter or was a very good athlete. They would often put them on the field if they were a pitcher. They tried him in the outfield. He did well. They then put him to third base at the hot corner, which he did well. And then they decided to move him to middle infield. And he first went to second base and then eventually landed at shortstop, where he became a staple for every team he played for. The biggest problem with Wallace, honestly, is that during his era, he was playing at the exact same time as probably one of the greatest shortstop, if not the greatest shortstop of all time, Honus Wagner. And so Wallace is always overshadowed by Wagner. Understandably so. Wagner is considered, if not the best shortstop. He's definitely one of the top shortstops of all time, with his bat, with his speed, with his defensive abilities. But Wallace was no joke. He was good at the plate. He was inconsistent, but he was good. He hit over 300 several times. Often was around 100 runs scored. But what he was most known for was his incredible play on the field. Kind of reminds me of like an Omar Vizquel or Ozzie Smith, just known for their defense, have some really good seasons at the plate, but overall they are just incredible defensive shortstops. But Wallace did eventually go to, in 1902, I believe it was, he went to the St. Louis Browns in the American League, where he played for 11 seasons, the last two which 1911 and 1912. He actually was the team manager. But Wallace, Hall of Famer, shortstop, considered one of the best during his era, but overshadowed by Honus Wagner, which is probably why he doesn't get the love that a lot of other players do in the Hall of Fame. But he is a Hall of Famer, and rightfully so, considering what he did during his era. So now you know, and as G.I. Joe says, knowing is half the battle, and he's a real American hero. So let's go ahead and jump back into the game and see how the game is going to end. And back to the action, here we go. Cincinnati still leads 1-0 with only 3 hits. Cy Young is pitching a gem, but unfortunately is losing the game. But he is now going to face Sam Crawford, and Sam Crawford gets the 4th hit for the team. He is now going to be 1 for 3. He is going to hit a triple. Infield is in for the Cardinals. Pete's is up. Pete's is going to hit a double. That is going to go ahead, give them their 2nd run, the first earned run for Cincinnati. Now coming up is Quinn. He's going to hit a fly ball. And it is going to be dropped. 3rd run, 2nd unearned. We got to stop the bleeding, so we're going to try to get the runner out. And of course he throws it away for an error. 4 errors for the game. Another error. That is 5 errors. Now Harley gets a single. Cy Young is getting hit, and his defense is not helping at all. Finally an out. So 1 down. Robinson's up. He is going to line out to short. 2 down. And then a line out. Unfortunately, 4 runs scored in the inning. I can imagine Young is beyond furious, since only 2 of those were earned. His offense has not been able to produce a run so far. The trivia question is nickname Stan the Man. This is the first one I actually can confidently say I know. Stan Musial or Musial. And luckily I get this one right. So I am now 1 for, I don't know, 12, 9, somewhere in there, on the trivia questions. Hopefully you are doing much better if you've been trying to do them as well. It's going to be a ground ball to second base for Donovan, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Unfortunately, that's not going to help us. All right, Keister's going to draw a walk. We need runs, but we don't need one, so we're going to let Wallace go ahead and see if he can do something, and he does. He is going to get a double. That's going to put runners on second and third. I really don't want to take Wallace, or excuse me, Cy Young out, just because I don't have much to go to on the bench. I'm not even sure. Cy Young was a 177 average. He's 0 for 1. He did bunt. He has got a 24% chance to get on base, 1 out of 4. We'll go ahead and let him hit. He's going to hit a ground ball to third base, so putting it on the defense to make a play. It is going to be an error. We still have runners on first and second, and we are now at a position to be able to get something going, and let's see what happens here. And McGraw is going to be up. He is going to walk. That leaves the bases loaded. McGann is up. Chance to do something special here. It is going to be a fly out. No runners advance. Jesse Burkett. The tying run is at the plate. He is 1 for 3. He is a Hall of Famer. Let's see what he can do. And he is going to line out. Unlucky. Crawford's up. He is going to fly out to right field. I am beyond frustrated at the fact that we cannot get the runs going. Pete is going to hit a single. He's going to try to steal. Gets a fairly good jump, and he is going to take second easily. Quinn is up. He's going to hit a ground ball. First base. Take the easy out. And Wood now is going to pop out. That's going to get us through the 8th inning. And now the Cardinals are up. We got our 4, 5, and 6 hitters. What? That was on home run. I feel like that was one of the game shows, Press Your Luck, where it's like on the one you want, and then all of a sudden it just goes away. Unfortunately, what I thought was a home run for a second there ended up being a ground out. Robinson is going to also ground out to first, and Donovan is going to line out. Top of the 9th, Newton's going to start lead it off, and he's going to draw a walk. Harley's going to lay down a bunt, not a very good one as they get the fielder's choice. Harley runs. He is going to be thrown out, 2 down, trying to keep it within reach. Tommy Corcoran's going to fly out the dial in center, take us to the bottom of the 9th. And unfortunately for us, we have our 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming to the plate. Keister's going to lead us off. He is going to pop out. 1 down. Wallace, the Hall of Famer, who already has a hit for the game, is going to get a single. We are going to obviously do a pinch hit here. I believe we have some crazy pinch hitter. That might have been Kruger. Let's see what he brings to the plate. Yeah. We're going to bring Kruger in now that we do have it set up so that you cannot the crazy cars like this do get reduced significantly. But regardless, Kruger is definitely a hitter worth sitting to the plate. He is going to hit a triple. That's going to knock in a run. Runner on third, down 3, top of the order. McGraw is going to draw a walk. Brings up McCann, who is 0 for 4. He definitely needs a hit. He's going to hit the ball to short. They get the fielder's choice. Runner scores. Jesse Burkett, the tying run, is now up. If he can keep the rally going, he does. Oh my gosh. Burkett ties the game with a long home run. Wow, 4 runs in the 9th, tying it up. Donlin is now up. He's going to ground out. We need to bring in a pitcher. We don't have any good ones left. Harper and Huey just are not that strong. I want to say Huey out of the 2 might be our best ones. I just don't know. Yeah, 34 and 31, he might need to be our guy. Powell, let's see what Powell has. His card doesn't look too bad. And then Sudhoff. So right now Powell's might be our best option. No, we're with Sudhoff. Sudhoff's in. He is going to face Jake Beckley, who's going to hit a ground ball to second base. Barrett is going to single, putting him on first. He gets a good jump on the steal, and unfortunately, a throw goes into the outfield. We are definitely going to walk. Crawford gives us a chance for a double play. Peets comes up. He hits a long fly ball to left field, sacrifice fly. Crawford tries to steal. He's going to be thrown out. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But Cincinnati Red Stockings do get a run back, taking the lead, going to the bottom of the 10th. Robinson is up. He is 1 for 4. Hasn't gotten a hit in his last 3 at-bats. Make it 4 at-bats as he's going to pop out to third base. Donovan's up. He is 1 for 4, and he's going to line out. Bring up Keister, who's 1 for 3. He has a double, and based on a walk, he's going to hit a ground ball to second base. Quinn's got a chance to end it, and Keister beats it out. Huge play. Wallace is up. He's 2 for 3 with a double. Keister's hustle keeps us going. Quinn has another chance. And this is going to be a base hit. Quinn, with his 4 range, is not able to cover a lot of space, and that's twice now. First on an air, and then a ball that gets past him because he doesn't have the range to cover. Puts players on first and third. We are going to bring in Krieger. He is normally our catcher, so I do know he has a decent card. Krieger's going to hit the ball 3rd time in a row. Krieger gets a hit off of Quinn. Quinn is killing them right now in this inning. 2 outs. He has not been able to make 3 straight plays. Joe Quinn. I mean, that's just, yeah. I'm sure Doc Newton had the win 5-1. Ticked off, has another chance for the win. Unfortunately, he's now at 160 pitches with 132 is his normal range. But we're now at the top of the order. We got McGraw up, Hall of Famer. He is 1 for 3. He's been on base 3 times drawing walks. McGraw's a chance. It is a deep fly ball. Harley's going to be back there. And it will not be enough. It is caught. The game is over. No, I am completely wrong. We did tie the game because of the infamous Quinn bonehead. I really thought that we had a chance there to finish that one up. We're going to go with Huey here. We got to save some starting pitchers for the next few games. Huey's up. They bring in a pitch hitter, Topsy Hartzell, who is going to single B. Wood. Tries to, looks like a hit and run. That didn't work. Fielder's choice, 1 down. Doc Newton, who pitched 10 innings, is finally going to come out. McBride's going to be up. He is going to, unfortunately, hit into a 1-6-3 double play, ending the inning. We're now at our number 2 batter, bottom of the 11th. McCann's up. He's going to pop out. Jesse Burkett is up. He's going to hit a fly ball to left field. I would imagine the Red Stockings are hoping a ball gets hit to anybody but Quinn, who has now been, it looks like, taken out. Irwin is now playing. I'm not sure if we're ever going to see that guy again for the rest of the season. And that's going to be 3 outs. If we go to the top of the 12th, Huey's up. Harley's hitting. He's 2 for 5. He's going to now be 3 for 6. Gets a single. Harley steals second. Corcoran is up. He bunts. What? Corcoran squares the bunt. He bunts the ball. Fielded by Robinson, my catcher. He throws the ball away. 2-base error. Harley scores. 7 errors. Okay, so this is like by far the pitcher's nightmare when it comes to defense. 7 errors for St. Louis. And when Cincinnati finally has the game, again has a lead, not able to cover or make errors. 7-6, bottom of the 12th. Can we come back one more time? We've already done it twice. Robinson is up. He is going to not get the single. 1 to 15, 75% chance, and he does not get it. Donovan's up. He's 1 for 5. He's going to pop out. Keiser is 2 for 4. He kept it alive the last time, I believe, with a single. And unfortunately, we can't get the numbers. A 1-2-3 inning. I believe that is Phillips who gets the win. Deacon Phillips, maybe. I'm not sure if that's actually correct. But the game is over. They get the winning run on a bunt, a sacrifice bunt that our catcher throws it into the outfield. I would imagine I am as frustrated currently as if I was the manager at this time if this game actually happened, and probably how both managers felt throughout the game. That game is frustrating. But it's one of the things you love about baseball. 1900, you're going to see errors all over the place. At any point, the game is not over. So down 5-1. We come back in the 9th, tie it up. We get down a run in the 10th. We tie it up again, and then in the 12th inning, they get a run, and this time we cannot. Though we had 2 chances to get hits. Exciting, the fact that Jesse Burkett, the Hall of Famer, homered to put the game into extra innings. This was actually really enjoyable game. I have no clue who you would give player of the game for. I mean, Newton did give up 13 hits, 5 earned runs. Young, Cy Young, I mean, he pitched 9, allowed only 8 hits, 2 of them were earned. So you got Cy Young, you got Jesse Burkett, who hit the 2-run home run. I would probably give it to him. 2 RBIs and a run. I mean, that was the biggest hit of the game. Keister did do well, 2 for 5. I mean, Bobby Wallace was 3 for 4, scoring a run, but I'm probably going to go with Jesse Burkett on this one. Honey Pitts had 2 base hits, 2 RBIs, as the Cincinnati Red Stockings defeated the St. Louis Cardinals 12 innings, 7-6 at Lee Park. And I've been focusing all of my energy. It might be Harley, actually, if I had to pick, because they did win the game. He was 3 for 6, 2 runs, 1 RBI, so maybe Harley would get it. Both teams were tied at 5 runs apiece after 9 innings. You don't even want to talk about the fact that we came back in the bottom of the 9th, 4 runs. The last 2 off of a home run. Dude, come on, newspaper. You got to be able to mention that. Like, that's the drama of it all. Finally, Cincinnati prevailed in the 12th inning. Dick Harley banged out a single. Harley got a great jump and stole second easily. He did. Harley had a steal. Barrett had 2 steals. Yeah. Tommy Corcoran then reached on an error, scoring the run. Cincinnati had a total of 11 hits for the game. Bill Phillips went 2 innings, allowing no runs for the victory. Jim Huey went 3 with the loser in relief. He was pinned with a loss, despite not allowing an earned run in his 2 innings of work. With the win, Cincinnati now has a 22-31 record. With the loss, St. Louis now has a record of 24-29. This was actually a really fun game. It was a frustrating game. Regardless of who you were rooting for, I probably would have been more frustrated had I been playing with Cincinnati and then lost. If I would have lost the game, that would have been absolutely dreadful. I probably would have done everything I could to never play Quinn again. And so that's just the game of baseball. So anyways, hope you had fun. I enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. Until next time, this is Coach DK. Make sure you like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.